Hello, hello. Welcome back to the weekly Monday Motivation Podcast, No More Excuses. I am your hostess, Sandi Ballard, the super badass business coach. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening and for sharing this podcast with others or recommending it, whatever you're doing. It's just super cool to see that I have listeners all over the world and that you're connecting with me on social media. So please do reach out and connect with me. My Instagram is my name, or look up Badass Business Coach, and it's Sandi with an I. Or connect with me on my Facebook, my business Facebook page. It's under Growing Forward. But I need to change that because I'm really just going by Success Coaching with Sandi now. So please check out my new website, badassbusiness.coach. And again, thank you so much for being here, for investing your time in you, for your personal and professional growth. And yes, last week I kicked off a deeper discussion around habits, how they keep us focused, but also can cause us to become stagnant and quit. The whole beating the dead horse and that kind of stuff. But again, there's a reason, hence the reason we need to change things up so we don't get frustrated and bored and quit, right? For example, I told on myself, I was becoming bored with my bike rides that are my workout. I've intermittently put bike rides in because of my knee issue, but I was not really pushing myself. I was not feeling the endorphin rush, and it was affecting my mood. And I was, I guess the results were a little bit of weight gain, not really a great, excited, passionate mood. It was like, I guess I'll go on another bike ride. And I was bored and I was snacking. And yeah, hence the weight gain, right? So I realized it because I checked on my progress and all that, and I switched things up. I changed which days I was doing what workout, and on my bike ride, I went a different route. And what I noticed was new people, new, I don't know, just a new view, right? And I watched the full sunrise versus it being at my back. And the terrain, there's a lot of hills on that side, and a skinnier path, which I was a little nervous about, but it required me to work harder. I actually was sweating a lot, and I felt it later. I could feel that muscle fatigue, which kind of really gets me excited that I actually felt like I got a good workout. And I did a better job of tracking my food because I recognized I'd been snacking when I wasn't hungry. I know that's why they call them snacks, right? But boredom plus stress will do that to you. But once I felt that excitement about my workouts and changing things up, it affected my mood in a more positive way. Yes, comfort and confidence is part of that. Get comfortable being uncomfortable. That's what I talked about last time. Get comfortable being uncomfortable. Break the plateau. Habits equal results. Results help you achieve your goals. So much like your progress and momentum check that I always suggest you do. See if you're on track to achieve your goals. Check your habits, your results. If you're bored and frustrated, if you're too comfy, then it's time to change shit up. Go the other direction. Shift your work hours to create more momentum. Follow your energy patterns. Change when, what, how you eat. Try something new with social media. Eat dessert first. Do something different. Changing things up will keep you from quitting and filling another chapter of my book, like in my second book, chapter 4. My second book, which is How Badly Do You Want It? Chapter 4 was excuses, blame, and bullshit. And that's what I'm going to dig into today. Excuses, blame, and bullshit, because that's what happens. Excuses roll in. Excuses are not reasons. They're fictional stories shrouded with blame and bullshit. Blame sets in, and blame is a great way of not taking ownership for your own shortcomings and whatever other bullshit you can think of, right? I mean, I've even heard the whole, I used to be a, and then fill in the blank. It's like, well, I had surgery, so I can't. Well, you know how many freaking knee surgeries I've had, and I still have? And you won't hear me say, I used to be a marathoner, because I will be again once I get this knee figured out. The blame, the excuses, and then the the excuses and blame. Well, money, kids, time, weather, seriously, weather, and then all the bullshit stories that pile up. Habits, you gotta change them up. Easy one, I talk about it a lot. Wait, because it's just easy. It has nothing to do with business, but it has everything to do with business because life is what gets in your way of doing your business effectively, whether you own the business or not. All right, wait, it's an easy one to change up. And this is the bullshit I heard. Well, I've tried all the diets. Well, stop it. Stop trying a freaking diet. Change up what you're doing. Another one, sales are down. Well, I'm not good at social media. I hate the cold calls on the phone. Networking doesn't work. I went to a BNI meeting once, and if you don't know what BNI is, then it's Business Networking International. I was part of it for over 20 some years. It's crazy. It's cool. All those bullshit things I'm not good at. I hate this. It doesn't work for me. Well, when people start a sentence with, I used to be, I can't because, I tried that, but it's all bullshit. So that's you, right? I had a potential client. This was years ago. She actually became a client. Why? Because she kept sharing her frustrations with me. I kept inviting her to one of my monthly groups because it's a collaborative group. She could feel like she's not alone because I can give her all the friend advice or coach advice she wants, but sometimes you just need to realize you're not alone. But she kept, quote unquote, forgetting. And then one day when I confronted her, she was like, her excuse was, my husband's out of town and I have my kids. And she used that, I think, a couple times. And one time I just was like, you know what? So you're telling me that there's no one else in this freaking state that can watch your kids for 2 hours a month. So you can have 2 hours for you, to work on you, to invest in you. I got ghosted. I got no reply from her. But what I did get was at that next meeting, she actually showed up before me. I walked in and was like, holy shit, you're here. And it was amazing. And she really loved it. And I loved her input to the group. She stuck with the group for, over a year, which is normal. Because then people either become a private client or a combo client, which is one private session and one group session. And the reason why, I challenged her excuses. I helped her realize it was bullshit. I helped her realize there were other options, and she had to want it for her. And she had to stop not just believing the bullshit stories she was telling. She had to stop telling the bullshit stories. And she had to stop listening to the bullshit that people were giving her. Sound familiar? Maybe that's you talking, or maybe you've heard other people talking like that. So what excuses have you given for giving up on a habit or something? Who or what have you blamed? What bullshit story have you told about why you can't do something? And then what do you get? Regret, wondering what if, all that shit, and you don't know what you've missed out on. Because again, once you take that first step and get comfortable being uncomfortable, you will realize amazing things. All right, so that's what I really want to hear from you this time, this month, this week, actually. I want to hear from you. So post here in the comments or email me at Sandi with an I, at Sandi with an I, Ballard.com. Sandi at SandiBallard.com. Remember, I want to fire up Q4. We've got to finish strong because we all need it after this year of uncertainty and bullshit and this roller coaster ride that's still not ended. So are you willing to do this for you? Are you realizing your badassness? Are you ready and willing to realize your badassness and stop with all the excuses, blame, and bullshit? And if you can't figure out how, or in your mind you're like, oh yeah, I've said it, but I really have a good excuse or a good reason, then you need to contact me and schedule it. I do free initial 30-minute phone calls. Contact me again, email me, say I need help, or message me on social media. we'll get together, let's talk for 30 minutes, or we can go for it and do a full-on strategy session, and I will dispel all your excuses, and I'll help you realize the good reasons why you can and how you can help you move forward so you can get comfortable being uncomfortable. All right, are you willing to do this for you? All right, because then I'm starting December 1st, and I'm going to do 2 sessions, December and January, 30-day sessions, well, 31, or you can do both. Help you finish the year strong and start the year strong and keep that momentum going. You can register for one or the other or both. So watch for that being promoted, because I want to help you kick ass to finish out this year and kick ass and look at 2021 with a more positive outlook. All right, I think we all could use that. Have a great week full of no excuses, blame, and bullshit. Have a great week of amazing things. Cheers.